What is up, PaintCan friends and family? It is day 2 of this trip, and we're heading up some county roads, heading north. If you watched the last video, we did an iron butt, stayed at my buddy's sister's place, just north of Atlanta. Did 12:30, I don't remember exactly how many miles, but definitely well into the 1200s, and took us about 24 hours to do all of that. Definitely got our iron butt miles in with no problem. So now we're heading up to what I think is a really cool place. We're going to try to hit 3 awesome bucket list type places north of here. We're going to do a video on each one separately, but today it looks like we are heading to the Cherohala Skyway. I've been told that it is absolutely amazing, amazing views, a lot of twisty turns, and if you know me on this channel, I love the twisties. So we got a lot of twisties, and we have some great views to put together for, I'd say put it together for you, but put it together for me as well. Never been on the Cherohala Skyway, so this is going to be a really neat experience for me. So, hey, you know what? Stick around. These views are the ones I like to see. Out in the middle of nowhere, North Georgia. Trees hanging over the road, kind of a canopy. Got some shade while riding, twists and turns. Some of the trees are blossomed right out, really nice. Ooh, the smell. Man, I wish we had smell vision. Don't know that it's a river or a North Georgia swamp or what. But as I said a moment or two ago, wow. This is some nice coming down these back roads in North Georgia. The flowered out trees. Up north, most of our trees are flowered and done by now. I'm not sure what these trees are, but pretty cool at any rate. Can't wait till we get up to the Cherohala Skyway to where we're going, because this, I think, is going to be absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful in this area. Never been to this area. I've been up and down I-95, I-75, I-85, you know, all the big roads through Georgia, and a few of the smaller ones, but always with a tractor trailer or a car just blowing through. Never had the opportunity to really check out the back roads, and it's pretty awesome. I laugh because I'm a trucker, but there are times, definitely there are times, where you don't want to be stuck behind a truck. Wow. These twisty turns. We're not even to the good stuff yet. This is just a road getting there. Nice creek going along beside us. Oh, it'd be nice to not have this truck ahead of us. 25-mile-an-hour turn coming up. Oh boy. Yep. That's the way this works too well. Let me just tell you, this is fun. What? Didn't know anything about this road. Wow. This is cool. Finally got around that big truck. Got around the one car. Still got the Hertz truck up here, but man, we'll see what we can do with that coming up the hill. I think he wants to get past. I'm pretty sure he wants to get past. But yeah, I'm thinking the corners might be a little much to be thinking too awful hard, because I'm dragging in the corners. It's funny. But wow, this is definitely cool. Definitely a cool road. If you have not ridden North Georgia mountains, you need to. You definitely need to. This is pretty cool. It's 129 and 19 is the road we're on. Apparently the Chattahoochee National Forest. Still looking for a place for breakfast. Ooh, I'm hungry. and it's like 11 o'clock. I know JD behind me, he's starving. He said he was starving when he left his sister's place. And, we're both definitely still hungry. But yeah, maybe we'll find something up here. Everywhere we've seen so far is either a bar or it just looks like you need your vaccinations before you go try to eat there, because like, ew, no health codes or something. But the looks of the outside of the building, maybe the food's good, I don't know, but the outside of the building in some of these places is really rough looking. So I'd rather not end up with a case of something I don't want to deal with on a fairly long ride home still. So I guess that's where we're at with that. But yeah, absolutely awesome, this national forest up through here. Dang, beautiful. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think this Hertz truck knows this road, and I'm betting he's either a biker or he's got himself a hot car, because he's trucking with this little truck. I mean, I'm scraping in the corners. I'm gaining on him a little bit, but JD's a little bit behind me, so I don't want to get us separated or whatever. But holy cannoli. Why isn't everybody on YouTube talking about the North Georgia roads? What in the world, people? What in the world? Those of you who live in Georgia, man, I don't know if you really know what you've got in your backyard. Holy cow. Nothing short of amazing. And if this road that isn't supposed to be much of anything, it's just, oh, look at this. We cut the road around the rock. So if this road that isn't really supposed to be much of anything, doesn't have a fancy name on it or anything, if this is this cool, man, can't imagine what the Skyway is going to be when we get there. Because, wow, this is awesome. I don't even know when to turn on or shut off the camera. I mean, we might just leave it running because we might miss something awesome along the way. I don't even know. But whoever engineered these roads, they've got great banking in them too. Not just like flat paved, but they're really well banked up. So you can kind of hit them a little bit harder than you normally could. I know that's one thing I've always had a pet peeve with the New York roads that I ride a lot, is there's no banking. I mean, I get it for plowing and stuff like that, but at the same time, rainwater would run off better, snow melting would run off better than the typical crown road that New York uses, that you go around the corner and it seems like, you know, left-hand turns are off camber and right-hand turns are good, but I'm not gonna have any floorboards by the time I'm done. I'm gonna have to order a set of new floorboards because this is just too nice to not scrape. Quick look in the mirror and JD is still back there. You gotta be kidding me. Again, I follow a bunch of YouTubers from North Georgia in this area. Why are you not writing this and telling us about it? I mean, some of you, you enjoy riding back roads and twisties, and holy cow. what you're missing here, and what we're missing because you don't tell us about it. Yeah, this is something. Like I said, one ride and didn't realize we were going to be on a road like this in a place like this. But this is awesome. Looks like right along the Appalachian Trail. Got a ton of hikers coming through here, and a bunch of bikers coming through here. Hopefully the hikers and the bikers don't meet in the middle of the road because we go way too fast and all that. But met some cool people, and we're going to be hitting some different roads than we thought on the way back because they gave us a map that has some really cool stuff on it. So, you know, thank you to them, and we'll grab something to eat and get the heck toward home. So Route 19, 129, and 11 are all merged in this section. So if you look on the map, this is nothing short of amazing. And it's kind of cool that the Appalachian Trail, the hiking trail, passes there. There was a bunch of bikers there. It was kind of cool. And there's one woman on a Victory. Beautiful, beautiful Victory that she had. They live up about halfway up Blue Ridge Parkway area, they said. There's about 4 of them riding together. It was really neat. But we ran into a bunch of hikers kind of in their 20s, and one said, I graduated college and I decided to do the northern half. Then he got a job, life happens, and he quit his job, had enough money set aside for the basics, and now he's doing the lower half. So really cool. And truck runaway ramp, because you probably can't tell real good by the pitch of the road here, but it's pretty steep. I mean, for motorcycle, car, whatever, pickup, no big deal, but for a big truck, pretty steep hill. I know I'd be geared down in a major way if I was on this with a big truck, so good idea to have that. What a beautiful view if you live here in this town. Come in, got big, I'm assuming probably courthouse straight ahead. I don't know, maybe like village offices or something like that. Really cool building with a mountain backdrop behind it. So I think we're going to change the topic of this a little bit. Instead of just Cherohala Skyway, Neel Gap that we were at before, we might do a comparison between the two. So let's see. I just left Georgia, coming into North Carolina. Still on 19 and 129, heading northwest, and we're not even near it yet. We're still 20 miles away. I swear this area is amazing. Still heading to the Cherohala Skyway, but man, if it's anything like the road's getting to it, all I can say is wow. So yeah, I don't think I'd want to be running a log truck on this road. But they're logging, so it's the only way in and out. But wow. Not a real fun deal. I would have announced that we were into Tennessee, but I never saw the sign. We just apparently cut over into the corner of Tennessee. That's what it says on the road signs. Different stuff about Tennessee, so just gonna jump to that conclusion. It's a sign here in the background, Cherohala Skyway. We have made it. We followed that ridge line and that Explorer till I thought we were gonna die of boredom. Had some beautiful roads, but we turned, they didn't. We're stopped. We're gonna check out they've got a visitor center here. I don't know. See what they got in there. We gotta get a t-shirt, sticker, something that says we're here other than this video. on the border of North Carolina and Tennessee. It's from the Cherokee National Forest in Nantahala, I believe it is, for the hollow part of it. It's a combination of the two. But great views here, great riding as well. So we'll try to get you a few pics along the way. So future editor PaintCan here, just wanted to come back and answer the question that I asked earlier in the video when I was in the North Georgia mountains, and that's simply this. Which is the best, North Georgia mountains or the Cherohala Skyway or Neel Gap? And as we went up through the North Georgia mountains, it was a beautiful area. Some of the smells of those pink flowers, that was just wow, the fragrance of that. I joked with my wife, she probably would be dead within 15 minutes. She has a lot of allergy issues. I do not. So I truly enjoyed that. Some of the stuff that we didn't have on video, but just gorgeous, gorgeous areas. You're a little bit lower than some of the mountains you're going toward, so you can look off in the distance and see the mountains. It's really, really cool to look at. So there was that. Then you get into Neal Gap, which is something we didn't even know what it was or where it was. All of a sudden, we're on this road, and it just gets twisty and windy, and it was awesome. And like I commented, I can't understand, honestly, why more YouTubers in North Georgia or people that ride that area don't go nuts about that area, because it's awesome. And then you break out to the top of the hill, and there's a bunch of hikers and a few bikes sitting there. And we got to have a conversation with a few people that had quit their jobs and were going to hike the entire Appalachian Trail. That sounded awesome. This guy, way, way, way too lazy for that. No, you're not going to see a video on me hiking that. Not going to happen. I am way too lazy for that. Way too old for that. It's not going to work. But these guys were in their probably mid-20s, and they were having a great time with it. So kudos to them, and I hope they have a great summer of hiking that trail. But so we come down off of that and back into some small towns and such. But Neel Gap, the twisties were phenomenal. So if you're into twisties with some nice views, that's your place, because the twisties going up, heading north, were just absolutely phenomenal. The views at the top were great, but that's pretty much the only views you got from it. So then we went from there to the Cherohala Skyway, and a lot of the road leading up to that just had very windy, lazy turns, and and it was just very enjoyable. So we ended up coming up behind some vehicles, and so we didn't take a lot of video of that because who wants to see the video of the back of a vehicle? So we get to the like a gift shop area. They had a few things there, but I was surprised they didn't have more for the Skyway. But yeah, it is what it is. So we got a couple stickers for the windshield of each bike, and we did the Skyway. Mistake we made. I thought it was much shorter than it was. So my goal was to take video all the way to the end, turn around, backtrack with video, and then stop at some of the pull-offs and take a bunch of pictures with it. We didn't realize that it was like 30 some odd miles long, and that just wasn't going to fit into our plans of what you're going to see in the next video. So I want you to come back for the next video that's going to air, should drop next Wednesday as long as I get everything edited. So Cherohala Skyway, the views, absolutely unbelievable. You can see great distances away, just ridge after ridge after ridge. It is a beautiful road to ride. Very windy. I won't call it twisty, but very windy. You're always kind of in a turn going back and forth. And, you know, it was a very, very nice ride with plenty of pull-offs where you can stop and take pictures. And then once you get to the northern end of it, then it turns into much less to see and then very, very twisty again. So it gives you both, kind of the best of both worlds in that aspect, but definitely worth going to. So we're going to wrap up the video with that description there. We had a great time with the North Georgia mountains after we left JD's sister's place. Had a great time with that. Had a great time with Neal Gap. Had a great time also with the Cherohala Skyway. And again, next Wednesday we're going to be dropping another video of what did we do that afternoon. We stopped at a really cool place beyond that. So with that said, I would just ask that you would do like all the YouTubers say, like the video, subscribe, share, do all that stuff. Hit the bell notification so you'll know each and every time that we drop another video here on the PaintCan channel. If you haven't been around here much, we do a lot of motorcycle and trucking content. A little bit of each. So until we see you again next week, have a great day and God bless.